Oh boy, boys and girls, that was a tight fit. Got it in here. Yep, that wheel looks pretty bad. Not gonna mess with it right now. I'm just glad it's in here. Boy, I tell you what, that string right there, I don't like anything touching the top of my head. And every damn time I walk around, fucking thing touches the top of my head, and I don't need it to shut my light off. But yeah, cool. Alright guys, I'm gonna rest a little bit, and we'll probably get back to this one. What's going on, my tapped out little band kick a dirty boy? We got it. Yes, I parked it in here and stuff like that and everything. Pretty much get away from the house. Y'all seen that place. Woo, it's fucked. But $70. So let's check out a $70 car. Alright. Now, it's a 2004 Suzuki Aerio SX. Got a little. Okay. Now this right here is on here because he took the latch off because he couldn't get it to work right. But the latch is sitting right there. So we are going to fix that. That's my ramp. Take that out. Actually, that's a bad place for it. There we go. Let's put it over here for right now. Stay. Okay, so check out a $70 car. First off, this is fucking gross. I don't know what that is. Let me clean this damn thing out a little bit. All right, that works good. Well, I bought the car for because Holly Berry don't have a heater, and I can already feel that getting hot already. AC. That's a good. Do we have AC? Oh guys, we got AC. It might need a little charge, but not much. Yeah. Cool. Alright, I'm going to jack up the ass end and we are going to look at the bad on this car. Alright guys, I somehow lost some footage of this Suzuki Aerio. So if I'm going to put this film with the other footage that I got and stuff like that and everything. So if I'm repeating something, and I'm sorry guys, for some reason something got lost and everything. And so this is the 2004 Suzuki Aerio that I bought for $70. It's got a little 4-cylinder in it, and for some reason I never could figure out what, or remember what the hell size. 2.3 liter. So it's got the 2.3 liter, not the 1.8. Interior is pretty decent. You know, it's dirty and stuff like that, but this seat here was flipped back like this, and if I close this, I mean, y'all could tell just how clean this will be once I get it put together. Now, I did plug the scanner into it. I don't know if it's on the other footage. I just know some parts of me, you know, checking out the front of this car with you guys was not in the footage for some damn reason, but you can see the carpet there. It's going to be a pretty clean little car once I take all the crap out of it. The other video showed that the AC does work, the radio does work, It has 127,000 miles on it. Starts right up. Needs a muffler. Brake light's on because it's low on brake fluid. It's also the reservoir is also low too, so that's why the check engine lights are on. It runs and drives great, and like y'all will see in the video, I did see that was on there. Y'all seen that? There's a little bit of a boo-boo right there. The frame section, or K-frame, is broke in one little spot. Kind of weird. When I first checked this out, I did see that the spare tire was in here, but I didn't see a jack. But then I see this little cover here, and there's a jack. So the jack is in this car. These are popped off right now because I have took the nuts out of the strut towers to drop the rear frame section. And I think the video got me talking about how we need to fix the lacks and everything and stuff. But yeah, this is my $70 2004 Suzuki Aerio that I'm planning on driving through the winter. I just got to figure out on that K-frame. I have not actually found one online. I looked up the reviews on these cars, and the reviews are outstanding. I mean, there is no bad reviews nowhere on this car except for the standards. The standards do have a lot of complaints. Nothing on the automatics like this one, which I'm really surprised. But yeah, there was like no really bad customer complaints on these cars. 32 miles a gallon. You know, the interior is really nice. It's just dirty. But it does need a muffler. We are going to put a muffler on it. Probably going to have to try to find that piece. I do have the moldings that go right here. So I have those. He brought those to me. They're sitting at the house. I do not have this cover. So I need to get that cover. And then it is the latch that is broke. That's right here. I can see right here that the latch is broke. So that's going to need to get fixed. So guys, what do y'all think of my $70 car? Tell me what y'all guys think about it. And I say, does it overheat? Nothing except the K-frame is bad. Everything else is good. Windshield's good. Now, the reason why I got this for $70 is because of that K-frame. Now, I called around and stuff like that and everything, and a lot of people is very hesitant on working on these Subarus, or Suzuki, sorry, and I don't know why. But one mechanic shop told me that they don't know if they could fix it, but they did tell me that it'd probably be somewhere around $1,500 to $2,000 to fix the rear frame section on this. Just like they said if they could find the part. And where I live, none of these junkyards has one of these in their junkyard. As you can see, that bar there is broke. Y'all see that in the videos. But one of the junkyards up here never even heard of it. They've heard of a Suzuki Swift, but they never heard of a Suzuki Aerio. Never. I have to admit, I never have neither, but I don't work for a salvage yard. So you would think that they would know, but they don't. So it's going to take a little bit, stuff like that. It is kind of weird how this thing is two different reds. Maybe the front bumper got painted at one time, or they took that off of a redder area at one time. But all this stuff here that's hanging down, the reason why, if y'all can look inside there, these people lived on a gravel road, and that stuff is just packed in sand and gravel. So I'm gonna have to take these rockers off and clean them out. But nothing underneath the car y'all can see, nothing else underneath this car is rusty. Nothing. I was really worried because I take a gamble on these cars because I just don't know, because they sit so far, you know, so low to the ground that even if you jack the ass end up as high as you can go, you still can't see, you know, the whole car. So I take a gamble on these cars, and I don't got to charge myself labor. So I think with parts and everything, I think I make an all right profit when I sell this car. I'm not going to be, you know, making trophy amount of profit on this car, but I should be able to make something. That's if I decide to sell it. I might drive this car and decide to like it. You know, that's pretty much it, because I really do like that dash. That dash is pretty cool. I don't know why I like it. This thing's got 155 brake horsepower. That's insane for this little car. I think it was 155. Let me make sure. I don't want to be on here full of shit. Seems like there's been a lot of full of shitness on YouTube lately. Let's see here. Get the old phone working here. What is the brake horsepower of a 2004 Suzuki Aerio?
Here's a summary from Cars.com.
Alright, so they come with a
3-liter dual overhead cam 4-cylinder engine, generates 155 horsepower. With either transmission, the Aerio earns an EPA fuel economy estimate of 25 mpg in the city and 31 mpg on the highway.
Yeah. So 155 horsepower. And this little thing, that little shit on a scoot. And I tried to find out, I didn't know Suzuki made their own cars. I did have to find out that, and this is 100% Suzuki, and it's made from Japan. And yeah. So, I don't know. I never, you know, I owned a Suzuki, what was that? Oh, shit, that Suzuki, that little Jeep looking fucking thing. I think I said in one of my other videos, I had one of them and stuff like that, and that wasn't a bad car neither. I 4-wheel drive the shit out of that damn thing. Yeah, it went mudding everywhere in that. Alright, good guys, that is going to be the conclusion of the $70 car. Man, this thing's fully loaded, power windows, everything. So I'm really hoping I could find, man, this thing does have fog lights on it. Okay? Heated mirrors, fog lights, all that stuff. So I'm really hoping I can either fix or find that frame section. And I say, if the people and stuff like that, if they took it to, you know, a mechanic shop and stuff, just like the ones I called and find out, they wanted $1,500 to $2,000, and that was one mechanic shop in the whole northern state of Michigan that would even consider working on it. And that wasn't counting the muffler, and he says any other things that will occur. So you're probably looking at somewhere to, I'm just fucking guessing off the top of my head, by time tax, title, license, you know, and all that good stuff, and the mechanic shop screws you over and stuff like that and gives it to you raw, $2,300. I would say that's what it would cost to get this thing to, you know, with a mechanic shop up and running. I could see about $2,300 is what they would give you a bill on, somewhere between that. Just like the guy says, if they could find the part, because I'm having a hard time finding that part. So, and the thing of it is, if I do decide to find a way to patch the rear K-frame, if the person that I bought this car from watches this video, and if I can patch this up and stuff like that, and I do start driving it, I don't want you to get mad at me and stuff like that. I am not going to personally be responsible for a welded up frame. I'm just not going to do it. If I fix a car for a customer, it's got to be done right. Or for, you know, a friend, it's got to be done right. I'm not, you know, I don't do this and stuff like that for shits and giggles and stuff. And, you know, I do this for a hobby and stuff like that. I do and stuff for a little extra cash and stuff like that to fix things like that. So, you know, when I pack things up on one of these vehicles and stuff, and the person that sells me these cars start, well, you told me and stuff it was going to cost this ungodly amount, and you fixed it for $300 and you're driving it around. I said, yes. But if my welds break and it slings my ass into a tree and I get hurt or, you know, something else, that's on me. I was the one that did that. The welds broke, you know, me. I can't be responsible of welding that shit up and handing it to a customer and be like, good luck. No, that's just like brake lines. A lot of people up here and stuff like that, and that's the reason why I don't get probably near as much business as you know, used to. So I mean, yeah, I'm not doing anything now. You know, one thing that a lot of people up here want me to do is they want me to, you know, if you get a hole in your brake line, you know, it does cost. You know, you're probably looking at, you know, you say the average brake line is probably going to cost you $150 to fix. You know, somewhere around there. More than that if you take it to a shop. But you know, people come to me all the time and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, it's just got a little bitty hole in the brake line. Just put one of them copper connectors on it, and stuff like that, and we'll be good." And it's like, no. You know, I'm not going to be responsible for that little copper connection. I'm not going to say the name, copyright, but I'm not going to, well, fucking union. I'm not going to put a union on the fucking brake line and stuff like that and guarantee the union ain't going to fail. That's no. You know, I'm just not going to do that. So I seriously don't think I could fix this rear frame section. I don't. So looking at stuff and everything, I'm probably going to have about $500 in parts into this thing. And depending on, and now you have to think, that's just the K-frame section. That's what everybody thought. Well, the K-frame section only cost, you know, $400, $500, but you're charging $1,000 in labor. Well, not really quite $1,000 in labor, but it could be $1,000 in labor. For one, you got to take all your struts off. You got to take all your sway bar end links off. All your stabilizer bars has to come off. Your since this is all-wheel drive, the pumpkin has to come off. All that shit, plus the 4 bolts that bolt the K section up to the car. And living up here in Michigan, everything is all rusty and dusty and just nasty shit. So I imagine that it would probably take me 2 full days to strip this K-frame. Because I'm going to have to soak shit in PB Blaster and WD-40 and probably oil for, you know, overnight stuff like that. Because, you know, you don't want to cut nothing off of this car because even the damn bolts are hard to find on this car. So everything's got to be taken off so it can be reused. And that's just it. And then that's not thinking that once you get the other K-frame in, well, yeah, a lot of mechanic shops do this, which pisses me off. Before any of that shit happens, you know, you got to clean the underneath of the car where that K-frame bolts up, and you got to get some kind of undercoating shit and go ahead and undercoat everything up underneath there. You might as well. And then once you get done with that, you got to let that dry overnight. Plus, you got to take and paint the K-frame and let that dry overnight so it never rusts again and you don't have to go through this again. This car's only got 127,000 miles on it. Surely it's going to last another 127,000 miles. You know, Japanese guys are thrifty with these damn cars. You know, so you want to make sure that it lasts for the life of the car, like it should have already had. So yeah, you got to undercoat all that shit. Got to undercoat all the parts. Got to clean up every damn thing. If your bolts come out and the threads are fucked up, you got to re-thread them fuckers. It is a tedious process, guys. It really is. Then you got to put that shit all on the K-frame. Then you got to bolt the K-frame under. Then you got brakes you got to bleed. You got to put back your emergency brake, which I still haven't found out how to do on this car. You got to put in the rear drive shaft. Then, you know, you got to make sure, you know, if your brakes are good and shit like that. You know, you got to make sure all that shit's good. You got to make sure the slaves are good. And then once the whole front end, then you got to put a damn muffler on it. I mean, not unless you're a hooligan or a youngster and stuff like that, and you want to hear this damn thing, but I mean, it's a family four-door hatchback, so I'm not leaving it wide open exhaust. So that's a muffler right there. So you're looking at it probably another $150 for the right muffler, you know? And then I seen that there's the oil change sticker on the window. This thing has not had an oil change in 7,000 miles, according to the sticker on the window. So, and I imagine it's never had a tune-up because people just don't do that anymore. So it needs a full tune-up, plugs, oil filter, oil, all that shit. So yeah, you're probably looking $1,000 in labor, if not more. And that's just that shit. You know, let's just say if you want the rear hacks right there fixed, you know, that's going to be another $200 or $300. So, yes, it keeps steamrolling. And, you know, that's why I got like this car for $70, because if the guy turned around and sunk $2,300 into it, he can just go out and get something else cheaper, which he did. He got a, I think it's a 2002, if I ain't mistaken. I might be mistaken on that, but the Toyota RAV4 5-speed, all-wheel drive, white. He paid $1,300 for it. See what I'm saying? So he probably saved himself $500, if not more, by going out there and finding him another vehicle. And personally, in my belief, since I don't know anything about the Suzuki cars, I can't say anything on the behalf of this car, but in my professional opinion, Toyota's is one. I mean, I'm with that Scotty Kilmer. Toyota's is one of the best vehicles out there. They really are, especially a RAV4. I owned one, and I mean, I never really drove mine. Mine was a 5-speed too. The clutch was out of it, but you know, just by looking at that car, I really wanted to keep it and drive it. But it was wintertime, I had to sell it. Got to pay them bills. All right, but yeah, that's just the whole thing about these cars, you know. And a lot of people and stuff, that's why you see these cars and stuff besides people's houses, because they're like, oh, I'm not going to sell this for $70. Look how perfect it is. Yeah, but it's going to cost more to fix it than what you can go out there and buy something else for. And if you don't got $2,000 to $2,500 to spend on this, then you might as well go ahead and get your little old $70. Because tell you the truth, guys, this car right now in this state, if I took and dragged this fucker across the scales right now, I guarantee you guys, I would get less than $70 for this car. I would lose on this car. I might get a free battery, but I would lose on this car if I went and scrapped it right now. Even though I paid $70 for this car, cash money, if I took this car to the scrapyard right now, up here, I would lose. I think I would probably get, I think it's like $45 a ton up here or something like that. This car does not weigh a ton. Or it's $50 a ton. I think it's $50 a ton. This car weighs half a ton. And up here, since this thing's got so much plastic on it, shit like that, another thing that they do up here is if you have one of these cars, like especially the Saturns, that have, you know, the Saturn Views and shit that are pretty much all plastic, they give you half the scrap value. So if that's the case, then if I scrap this car, If they just gave me nothing but the metal price, I would probably be getting about $40 for this car. If they knock it down because of the plastic that's on it, then I would only be getting $20, $25 for this car. Yes, a running, driving car, $25. So, to me, I'm not the goddamn crook. Those scrap yards are the crooks. I mean, I know that they got to make them a profit too, but Jesus Christ, come on. Yes, $25 to $30 for a running, driving car. That's what the scrap yard would give you for that. So I was as fair as I could, and I came up with as much money as I could, and I figured since that scenario was in and stuff like that, I figured $70 was an appropriate price for this car. I'll probably wind up spending hopefully around $500 onto this car, and I'll probably have over $1,000 in labor, especially cleaning it out, stuff like that. I want to make sure it's titties. So I'll have probably parts and labor and stuff. I'll have about $1,500 into this car, and I'll probably sell it for $2,000. So all the bullshit, all the work, all the everything, driving it, I'll get to drive it through winter and make $500. Now, you might think, well, $500 is a good profit. Now, that's only if everything is good. Now, if other things other things happen to this car and stuff like that, in that time that I drive it, fucking fuel pump goes out, tire blows out, some shit like that, that's all money that's going to be deducted from that $500 because the $1,500 is already spent into the car, and there's things like this right here. That right there, stuff like that, that's going to be also deducted off the car. If this thing needs brakes, that's also going to be deducted out of the $500. So you got to think, by the time it all snowballs and shit like that, I could only be making a couple of $100. That's it. And that's not nothing. Hell, the damn car lots has got to make 4 times more of their money off the cars that they buy. Yes. Every car lot has to make at least 3 to 4 times more than what they bought that car for to cover their end. Yeah, because they got to pay taxes on that car for it sitting on the lot. They got to pay insurance on that car sitting on the lot. They got to buy the car, keep it maintained, fix what the fuck's wrong with it, why it's sitting on the lot. So yeah, they got to make 4 times more than what they fucking So that, they got to sell that car 4 times as much. So if you go to a car lot and you look at a car that's $3,500 and you're like, wow, this is a great deal, $3,500. You got to remember, they only probably paid $1,000 for that fucking thing in an auction and did not do nothing but wash it. Yeah. So that's how this game works. And, also this plastic piece that goes up here, I got to find that too, and I have no idea how much money that's going to be. I don't know. So, again, that also has to be deducted out of that $500 that's left over. That's only what I'm calculating in my head. It could be more. It could be less. I don't know. But that's my $70 card. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope, I am going to... I got a few other things I got to do today and stuff like that, but we are hopefully going to be here tomorrow to do some work. I want to get the rest of that K-frame out. And then we also got to be at Terry's. Y'all remember Terry? Been a while since I've seen him. But we got to, hang on a minute. Yeah, Wednesday, sorry, that was some goddamn telemarketer trying to sell me fucking insurance. What an asshole. Yeah, Terry called me and stuff like that. We're going to be out there messing with them jetters Wednesday, so I might be getting some footage of that. And then tomorrow, I'm hoping to get back here to get the rear frame section out of this. And we're going to be doing some more work to this. I'm going to put the... manifolds on it and stuff like that. Probably in the next week I'm going to get the gauge kit so I can put the rest of the damn thing back together and get it running. A guy did tell me that this right here was a O2 sensor. that bolted up to the exhaust. Only thing of it is, I sure fuck can't find where the hell it broke off at. But I'll find it somewhere. And then that's another thing we need to get to. We need to get the exhaust back on there. Need to get the door adjusted for the one last time. Get the fender on for the one last time. And shit, guys, it'd be on the road then. Hell, it'd be ready. The only thing of it is fucking, that might be just that, that pin needs to be adjusted for that. But yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna get the hell off of here. It's raining like a sumbitch. My body really hurts because of this rain. And no, this was not Duplicolor paint that painted this. I had somebody email me, ask me if that blue paint was that, and non-sponsor, but that was Ace Hardware's Rust Stop Safety Colors Blue. I've never seen a blue fire hydrant, but I thought it was a pretty cool blue. So I figured, yeah, so that's what I painted those in. Now the Duplicolor shit is what I painted the inside of the door here with, and that was the shit that dripped everywhere and yeah, made a horrible mess. I have the can somewhere here, but y'all seen it. So, okay, I'm going to get off of here, guys, and I'll catch you later. Remember, this is your dirty boy telling you to keep it dirty. Later. Alright, now we're looking at the rear frame section here. And did a little bit of digging and stuff like that. And parts and labor to replace this, I was pretty well right on the money. Anywhere between $1,500 to $2,000. That's if everything comes off good. So we are going to take out the rear frame section, and I've never done this shit before on this. Actually, I've never done it on any of these. Actually, I fucking this Subaru Outback that I had when it fucking crapped out. I just you know, got rid of it. So what would be easier? Just taking the strut towers off, taking the brake lines off right here. Well, like the brake line's already been packed right here. See that? Brake line's already been packed right there. I'm going to try to take it off here. See how hard it is to take those strut towers out. And let's see here, anything else? Oh, the emergency brake. Oh, fuck, that thing goes inside the car. So, shit. I hate the damn emergency brake. Huh. But it damn sure goes into the car. Right there. Oh, man, this might be a pain in the ass. The other one goes in the other side of the same spot. Well, I guess we need to learn how to disconnect the emergency brake on a Suzuki. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I decided to take a break on that damn thing. I gotta go home tonight and probably watch a video on how to get the emergency brake cable off that fucker. Because I really don't want to break it. But check this out. Got the door on there. Look at that. And this thing looks 100% different from what it did when I dragged this some big up out of there. I mean, yeah. Gotta do some more adjusting. I do. I'm just learning this shit. But the door does open. And it does shut. Got to get the weather stripping off of that Firebird door. This here is going to need some adjusting. Yeah. But I am just so stoked that everything's kind of working out. And the hell with body work. I say guys, y'all know a good fucking body dude? Pay that motherfucker everything he deserves. I didn't notice that. I had to fix that. Yeah. Cool. It's getting there. Alright guys, yeah, on this fucking thing here, I don't have my special screwdriver I need to take that screw out. And need to figure out how to get the emergency brake cable. Either I have to undo it in here or inside the car. And I tried to look inside the car and I tore all this shit out and stuff like that, and I still don't see where the hell I disconnected that, so I need to find that. But I've been trying for a week to get the damn door on this car, and Duplicolor kind of fucked me over last week on getting this door on this car. Man, I got this body gap here pretty nice. I got some shims I need to put onto the hinges up here that will draw this in, and then I still got to do a little adjusting and stuff like that, and then get the fender on, and then hell, probably about that time, that'd probably be the last time that fender comes off. Yeah, I'm just stoked about that. But yeah, the second can of Duplicolor I got and stuff like that, it sprayed okay. As you can see, it didn't really cover worth of shit. And another thing is the can, I just went ahead and sprayed this, you know, did this real good and stuff like that and everything, and the fucking can is empty. That shit, yeah, I mean, this one didn't explode on me, but yeah, it was just like a, you know, couple of shots here and there, you know, and the damn thing was empty. So, yeah, Duplicolor sucks. I did talk to my local parts guy and stuff like that, and he told me that he can get it from another company. It's a little bit more expensive, but you know, if I have to pay an extra $10, you know, a can, which sucks, but I get twice as much and a can that doesn't explode all over me, my floor, my fucking car, you know, everything else, how like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, they didn't do the body line very well on these fuckers from the factory, did they? Yeah. I also gotta get the rear end put back in this thing. That's a pretty nice little gap. I think here pretty soon we're gonna take the door handle of this fucker though, and get the auction numbers off of it. Alright guys, I'm gonna get off of here. Probably do a little bit more work to this. I don't know if tomorrow or the next day I'm going to get here and stuff like that, but I will get back here, and hopefully I'll have the gauges to finish this up, because I want to hook up the aftermarket, you know, oil, temp, and voltage, because yeah, this 80 model shit's not going to happen. And then I gotta get in here. We gotta climb all the hell the way up there to get the cluster out of this one, because I'm going to modify the cluster in this one and save the cluster in this one. So yeah, because the cluster in that one's already been fuctified. Alright guys, I'm gonna get over here. I'm getting so damn stoked the door's on. That is just cool. Alright guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Well guys, me and Mikey was sitting here talking and stuff like that and everything, and I was wondering why this thing has two temp sensors. It's got one temp sensor that's there, and then on the other side of this damn motor, it's got another one that's right here. Now we followed the wire, or he followed the wire that's right here, and he followed it up to this wiring harness up through here, and it's spliced in to here. So does that mean that somebody put an extra temp sensor in here because of what? And
this looks safe.
yeah. And then we got some splice wires into here. which I have no damn clue at all. I think that went actually to the small canister box that gets ripped out. Also, this thing has 2 oil pressure sensors. Now this one right here is look like it's also been spliced together into this car, as y'all can see. And then I just noticed that there's another one right above the oil filter housing right there, as y'all can see that. So y'all can let me know why the hell this thing has 2 temp sensors and 2 oil pressure sensors. I appreciate that. Alright, later.